Good day, welcome to Multinet Design. In this tutorial, we are going to start designing a 3-bedroom bungalow. Now, what is unique about this particular design is that a client call on me that he has a half lot of land that he want to work on, and something that is very funny is this. So in Lagos State, we have a plot of land that is being measured by, let's say, 36,000 millimeter by 18,000 millimeter. That is standard plot of land in Lagos State, right? So now let's say we have this, and someone said you need that plot of land. Your imagination will be, okay, if that's a plan, something like this, if you want to design on this, it's more flexible, you can manipulate and change something. But when a client call on you and say, okay, the land I have is a narrow land, which is like this, which is a plot of land in this way. So what does it mean? It means that I have only 9 meters here, and then I want to use to build a half plot or a 3-bedroom bungalow that have a lot of facilities like laundry, like anti-room, like everything. Good. The manipulative aspect is that how would you be able to fit in and get all these things? So that's why the challenges of this particular one. So let me bring it to you so you can learn. So if you are an architect or a designer who is very enthusiastic about building design and everything, so you can learn at this stage or understand to now. So if you are new to this channel, this is what we do on daily basis. So if you just let me join to this particular window and go like this, I have a particular template which I normally use. I always tell you people, you can get your home by just like this is the beginning of everything. That whenever you open Revit, you have this interface. You can start, you click here, then you select your, if you have the defined one from here that you need to use, like this one, architectural matrix template, you can use it if it's imperial you want. And if you have your own particular template you want to work on, you choose it. But this is actually my own template that I normally use for my own design. So if you want to see how that, you can search on my channel how I created templates. So I've already explained it before, so I don't need to go back there. So you can go back and start your projects right away from where we are. But kindly subscribe if you, because I don't normally say that thing, maybe that's why. But now you can subscribe and move on with us on daily basis as we move on with the design procedure. Now let me go on with what I was trying. So our plot of land now, I want to design 3-bedroom bungalow, and that is what we want to do. And the bungalow must contain ante-room, living room, 3-bedroom, laundry, kitchen and dining. Every facility must be there. On the narrow land, which is something, so you may maintain a step back some study standard of Lagos State because of approval or whatsoever that want to be done. So let me now say we want to start the project straight up. So what we do, I'll go back to this. I'm going to retreat it to the normal half plot that I wanted. So this is it. So I have this in place. There is no survey plan for this particular land for now, but the owner need a design that should be fitting for him, so that we project and budget himself for the proper development of what you want to create. So now let's say I have it in this particular position, and let me quickly show you. I've already done what I need to do. I've sent to him. There's another thing, but no, particularly I have to do like 2 or 3 designs, but one of them is this particular one that I sent to him, and this is alpha, and this is what we are going to use. This is the part in which we are going to on this particular design episode. Now I will start this by, first of all, do a quick setback for this. You know, I'm using normal, I'm not using property line because I have no survey plan and I have no any navigate point that I want to go to. I just want to set my normal line and work on it so that before I can get my design right. So what I need to do is that I will say the offset. I'm not going to use the entirely the normal something. I'm just going to use half of it. So let's say 1,500 as the offset. 1,500 from here. Only the fronts I need and the back. So the backs, let it be, because there are so many facilities that are still going to come, because he told me that I need for swimming pool and everything like that, and he must park to his house. So all those one until when we get it done before we know how to navigate about that aspect. So this is how the procedure of design can be for anyone who's learning. So you just say, okay, let's say we start from here. just like 6 meters from back. I think that would be okay. Just have emphasis that okay, swimming pool is going to be here. So you are left with, let's say from here to here. Now you are left with 6 meters. 6 meters to do your work, so that you'll be able to do whatever you want to do. Now let's start the project straight up by leaving this at a normal procedure. So let's say click and say architect, what is it called, wall. So from the wall, I'm going to select my normal standard wall. This normal thing I used to normally use. So you set it because one, when you look at the property, is what is at the 200 mm width, the height and everything. You set material, depends on you. You can later work on that and change it, but for you to start, you work on that strictly. So but before you start, you can check your elevation, whether it's at the par with what we are doing. So I have my foundation, which is minus 1000. I have this, which is 0, and I have my level 2, which is the next level, which is so I can decide to be creating more level for myself, but I don't need that for now, because what I want to do is just going to stay at this level, except the rule that is going above that. So I'm going to say level 1. From level 1 now, I will start the work straight up. So I'm going to say wall. So I'm starting from back by creating this. Just have to push it in that position. So I'm going to say, so this is one portion. I remember the room is going to stay at the back. It's not going to be at the front. So I'm going to continue by creating the front aspect, which is this. So this one is going to take a front position place. So everything that's going to go on here is going to be for the surface activities. But there are something that you need to understand, because to manipulate all this and get all the room, 3 rooms at that back, is going to be more difficult because of the access and comfort for the people that are occupying the place. So that is why we are putting this into order. So we are going to be zoning them one after the other by now. So what I do next is that I will adjust these ones, because I need to be working with the gauge and the attention of what I'm creating. So the first thing I need to do is that, how am I going to situate this and going to give me what I need. Now let me say I'm going to reduce this one to something like 7200. Okay, now I'm having this one in place. So the next thing I need to do is that click and then select similar on that, and then pick here, divide this into 2, then divide this particular. Now you divide this one into 2 positions. So what does it mean? This means that I have 2 rooms side by side. Now the rooms are here. I always start my design from the room, because that is the most aspect of importance. Then I can position my living room and anywhere I want to, because I've already designed it to do the room aspect and the service aspect, which is the sitting room and everything. It's a public place that everybody have access to, but the room is a private place. So I always start my design from the private aspects most time, so that we know how to put them in order. So this is the 2 rooms that I have here, isn't it? So now what am I doing to do? I will just let me just trim and have what I need to have in my head, that will get clear. Okay, so something I'm still coming by, that's why I give that space. Let me just give this one for now, because there is something I want to use this place to do. So let's say we move like this, then you trim this one up. You can now close this. So what would this one start for? This one is going to serve as the toilets for this room, because when you are creating room, you must look at their cross ventilation. So those are there no be ventilation issue. When you are not designing a terrace, you must know that okay, all your room that you are creating, if not all but most, must be cross ventilated for the good air breathe for the occupants. So now let's say I have done with this room now like this. I'm not completely done, so my process is still flowing. So the next thing I need to do is to go and focus at the front. So leave the room alone. Let me see what I can do at the front. Now at the front, now I need to work mightily. So I'll read this one, divide it into its own aspect as well. So after which I can send this one, divide it into 2 again. Now it's not finished. There's something I need to do here, because at this point, where am I going to take to enter the house? The entrance and the living room. So the entrance, I'm going to use this particular place to create my entrance. Let me see my entrance here. So let's say we close that down. Okay, so this will be like my entrance now. So this is going to be like my entrance. So I'm going to extend this a little bit backward. Now, since I have entrance here, definitely my sitting room is going to be falling somewhere here. So I will just create by creating a straight line. Then I have my sitting room here. Wow. So you see that everything is working in total and in reality. So as I have done with this one now, my next condition is going to be flowing based on the reality that if I put, how will I say now, if I definitely create a surface area that everybody is going to be, what is the next thing is for me is that I will create this one, say select. When I say select, I'm going to say just divide this into two. Good. So one aspect is going to go for dining, while the other side is going to go for how will I call it, kitchen. So I think with this I have separated everything. So let me quickly annotate that, give annotation to that before I continue with what I want to do. So I will say bedroom 1, so bedroom 2, okay, so this is going to be my bedroom 3. You see that I've already put all in place. Down my ante room, then this is my living, this is the living room that I've created, living room, and this is going to be dining. Then why this is going to be for kitchen. So every other facility that will come is going to take this preeminent position, and I will navigate them around that. So for me now, I want to work only on the front side. I will come back to this back side at the later on. So the front side now, let's focus on that and do what we need that is more accurate. So for the ante room, I'm going to say create, click, just split into 2. Good. So I have this in place. My idea is straightforward. From the ante room, I need to have a toilet, just like this. Good. So I'm going to say this one to be deleted. So my ante room is this way. My living room, check the normal. So now you can just look at it. Okay, I think with this I'm okay with that length, and I will check this one. I think I'm okay like this as well. Check this one, it's set to 800, so I need to increase this one so that this one will be reduced. So click save. So just click on save a project, just save on your own, just save it for the existing. I'm doing nothing with this one for now, so you can just save your work and move on, because I'm just creating this one on it. So now establish this by saying 1200. It might be too big, but doesn't matter, just focus. So I'm going to say this one to be 2800. Excellent. So I'm done with this. So that's it. So the next thing is this room. So let me say from here I will get a door. So the entrance to the main, the entrance to the living room, then the entrance to the toilet. So ante room is completed this way. So let's now quickly focus on this one. So we'll see this one again. So I'm going to use this one as a reference. So take that. Good. So why you must always let your block work align is because of when you are doing setting out. So when you are doing excavation and things, all those things need to be working for a good part. So let's say, and you say mirror. Good. Or mirror with copy. So copy this. Good. So this one is stable and it stays now. align this to good. So the room 3 has its own space to work with. So whatsoever we are creating after them, we will know how we demonstrate that quality of each other. So this is how far this thing can be. So you can just introduce a template and put them so that you not get confused, and say template 1, just select and then just go to whatsoever that you know that is working for you. So for that, I put a pause to this. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to finalize everything. Just stay with this. You can walk ahead of me with this idea. So we'll see next time. Then we'll continue to develop and design it. So thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. God bless you.